There. I clicked it. I clicked the live stream button. I don't know where I'm going to be streaming to is the problem. Alright, looks like I'm streaming to my old setup, which is good. I don't like that YouTube forced me to do the new one. For those of you who are YouTubers or whatnot, you know what I'm talking about. Hello, everybody. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? I think you can. Thank you, guys. Here, I'll try and do some shout outs, okay? Tyron Films? I don't know if I'm going to say any of your guys' name right. I'm just going to act like I know what I'm doing when I say them, right? So we'll say, Creeperman Pro 100, Anthony Medellin, Tyron Films, Godzilla 154, Lou Too Sexy For You, probably true. T-Rex Entertainment Films, Thomas and Diesel 10 Fan, Indominus 345, Kaijusaurus G2K. I don't know if I said that one right. Spencer Melee. Ronnie Boy Nation. Hello. D-Man is now a man, lol. Happy B-Day, brother. Thank you very much. Observe natural evolution. Godzilla 154 asks, how's your birthday been so far? I'm assuming it's been mostly school. It has been entirely school. All I have done today is schoolwork. That's all I've done since I've woken up. It's been a full day full of school. So much fun. God, I hate school. I hate my school so much. D-Man is 18. I actually turned 14 today. I turned 14 today, so it's a pretty big day. Press Y for same. You're turning 14 as well? Nice. No, I am not 21. Thank you very much, Shane. I appreciate that. How's your birthday been? I hope Ben 10 Godzilla drawing cheered you up. That was actually perfect timing. I got the Ben 10 Godzilla drawing on my birthday. That was sick. I have not been on Twitter recently, for anybody who hasn't noticed. I haven't been on Twitter recently because I've just been way too busy with school. I've been so busy. I have not made videos. I have not touched any of my videos for weeks. Ever since I made The Fly, I have not touched a single video, which sucks. I want to be making more videos, but I'm just so busy with school. I will say here, because this is, first of all, this is going to be a short stream, guys. Yeah, seriously, Godzilla 154 backs me up. I'm turning 14 today, so. What the hell was I just saying? Something about videos? Oh, yeah. First of all, I gotta get going here in like 30 minutes. I don't know when, but my family's gonna get here eventually and they're gonna want to do stuff. So I'm hopping on after school. That's what I'm doing right now. I just got out of, basically I'm done with school for the day. So I'm hopping on to stream in the limited time I have before I have to go do family stuff. So that's what we're doing here. Yeah. Thank you very much, Trav Tries. I really appreciate that. Thank you. He says, happy birthday, D, one of my absolute favorite channels. How old are you, sir? Thank you so much, man, for the kind words. I appreciate that. Sorry if I'm letting you down by not uploading a lot lately. I am 14. Who else is simping for D-Man? I don't know, Daniel. You could be next. Yeah, so I will say here, because this is going to be a short stream, you know, it's just for fun, whatever. You're gonna notice the channel going into a bit of a shutdown period. We're gonna be going into kind of a hiatus, but not actually a hiatus. I'm going to be trying as much as possible to be getting content out to you guys. However, I am working on series far in advance series that are meant for 2021 right now. The things that I'm working on right now that I've been putting a lot of time into over summer, and now that I'm not in summer anymore, now that I'm back in school, I'm still going to be working on these because I want these series to be consecutive. Every single day is a new upload, and I'm not going to be able to get ahead of that unless I do it now. You know, if I wait till later, I wasn't even able to do one Godzilla-thon a week or one Kong-a-thon a week, and that was one review every week, and I wasn't even able to keep up with that during the school year. So I'm working on series for 2021, right? There's some fun stuff. I'm excited for them, but that means that I'm going to be putting a lot more attention towards the future and not as much attention towards right now. So we're not going to be getting as much content on the channel at the moment, which is a bummer, but I'm going to try my best to get content out for you guys. Spencer, I have some news for you, bud. I just cooked up a new podcast intro, sort of, today. It's not going to be used for the podcast, but it was in association with the podcast, if you saw it on Twitter. And yes, we will be rebooting the podcast in a non-consistent form. So it will be like specialty uploads, but we will be rebooting the podcast soon. The first episode will be on the Leprechaun movies, so we are excited for that. As for the stuff in the future, the 2021 stuff, I'm not going to say much about it. I will say one of the series that I'm working on for 2021 is a little silly, given the fact that I just did Kong-a-thon in 2019. Kong-a-thon came out, right? And this series, by the way, the one that I'm working on, it's not going to be a review of every single Kong movie, but in anticipation for Godzilla vs. Kong, you will get daily Kong uploads, one about each movie every day. So that's what I'm working on for Kong in terms of Godzilla vs. Kong. That's what I'm doing for Kong, is I'm doing basically a video essay every day for Kong. As far as Godzilla goes, I'm not going to be doing a video essay every day for Godzilla. That's too much stuff. I'm not going to be able to do that. It would take way too long and be way too much effort. But I am working on a Godzilla series in anticipation of Godzilla vs. Kong that I'm not going to say anything about at the moment. You'll just have to wait until the future to find out, but that one should come out leading up to Godzilla vs. Kong as well. It'll be awesome when that eventually happens. I'll take anything I can get at this point. Thank you so much. Of course, Spencer. You, big fans over here. The podcast loves you, bud. Any more The Fly stuff? Yes, absolutely. I will definitely be doing The Fly. This October, I'm going to do the Fly-a-thon, so I'm going to review in October. Probably not daily, but in October, I will be reviewing all the Fly movies. My oldest brother got me The Fly Outbreak, the IDW continuation comic of the 1980s The Fly movies. So I got that. I'll review that as well. And then I'll do some pitch videos for The Fly. So that's what this October will have in store for us. I know that's maybe not very exciting for a lot of the Godzilla only people, but that's all I can all I can do at the moment. I'm just trying to make content. In the meantime, I'm trying to make content that I'm interested in while working on these bigger series that you guys will love, hopefully, in the future. So that's kind of how I'm trying to balance it. There will still be news and updates. I will do news and updates not frequently, but consistently. I will still update you guys on news. I'll do everything like that, to the best of my ability. That's all I'm going to be able to do, you know, is just work to the best of my ability to get content out. So yeah, news videos and The Fly, the Fly-a-thon in October. That's what you guys have to look forward to on the channel for the moment. As far as reviews and other stuff goes, a lot of that stuff will be pushed to probably later this year, probably still 2020, but later in the year. But yeah, at the moment, I'm just going to really be trying to get ahead of school. That's what I've been doing these past 2 weeks, is I'm really trying to get ahead of where my classes are so that I can have some cool down time to make videos. Thank you very much, Ranger Intel. Yeah, I don't know why I struggled with that. Thank you very much, Ranger Intel. He says, happy B-Day, D-Man. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. And Godzilla 154, thank you very much for the donation. He says, happy birthday once again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, guys. I really do. Please acknowledge this message. It's important. Happy birthday. I'm sorry for being annoying in previous streams. You're good, Mary Ray. Can you review the end of Evangelion? Also, happy birthday. Thank you. And yes, I will be reviewing the end of Evangelion. Reviews I have planned for the channel at the moment are end of Evangelion. I know it's not a review, but I have another Shinkelion video that I'm going to be putting out soon, hopefully. The Fly, obviously, all the Fly movies. What are the other ones? Konga, that was one of them. Inferman, Mighty Peking Man. I'm going to be hoping to check out a few more of those kinds of movies, a few more of the Toho movies that aren't Godzilla as well. Those reviews, again, will probably be pushed till much later this year, if this year at all. Again, I'm trying to work on series now rather than just individual videos, so that the videos will come out sequentially. So that's kind of what I'm putting my effort towards at the moment, and I apologize that means that the channel will take a hit for the meantime. I will try to stream as often as possible and to upload as much as I possibly can in the meantime. D-Man, how is school going for you? They tried to add a class to my course and it glitched, duplicated, and deleted my classes. Dang, feels bad. That does not sound like an ideal situation. I've got a pretty solid workload at the moment, so I'm very busy with schoolwork. It's okay. It's not as bad as last semester was. There are a lot of things that I absolutely hate about this semester right off the bat. I'm sure they'll be smoothed out over time, but yeah. I'm dreading going back to school. Honestly, I've got 2 math classes. Yuck. At least I'll be done with high school math. Well, there you go, Spencer. I never did 2 math classes in the same semester, but I did do 2 math classes in 1 year. When I was a freshman in high school, I did math 1 and math 2 in the same year. I did 1 each semester, and that was very difficult, so I feel for you. Thank you very much, OmniBlast. I appreciate it. How excited are you for the day the beard gets murdered? 6 years later, coming up. Yeah, I am so hyped to get rid of this. I want this gone so bad. I cannot wait. That's a month away. It's actually less than a month away, so that's gonna be real nice. Maybe the beard was the harbinger of the apocalypse. I grew out the beard and the world went to hell. I can barely handle Algebra 1. I don't know, man. It was rough. I did really well in the Math 1 class, and then when I got to Math 2, because of course I was speed running the classes, I was doing 1 per semester, Math 2 kicked my butt. And Math 2, those were like Algebra 1 and 2, I think. I think that's what the classes were. So yeah, I get you. Are you going to grow a new beard for Godzilla vs. Kong? Because I'm growing my own. We'll see what I choose to do. Probably not. Which Fly movie do you prefer, the original or the 1986 version? Absolutely the 1986 version. Absolutely. It is, honestly, it's in my top 5 favorite movies. If I had to pick 5 movies right now, and they were the only movies I could watch for the rest of my life, that list would be the original Godzilla, Kong, King Kong vs. Godzilla, Stand By Me, and The Fly 1986. That's the list. I'm late, but how old are you? Well, Vapor Dreams, welcome to the stream. I am 14. Little Titanosaurus, happy birthday, thank you. 17 more days till 6 years later. That's crazy. This year has been so terrible. This has been the worst year in my channel's history ever. And I mean all of my channels. This has been the worst year for all of my channels. Dang. Are you going to review Ultra Q someday? Yes, I will review Ultra Q someday, whenever I get it. Whenever I finish Ultraman, I'm going to go to Ultra Q. Where's the Ben 10 movies, lol? Well, Childish Landino, Ben 10-a-thon will be a 2021 series, so you can look forward to Ben 10-a-thon in 2021, and there are Ben 10 movies that I will be reviewing. Happy birthday, D-Man. Wow, still can't believe we're the same age. It's crazy, man. And you're in college? Yeah, I've been speedrunning school. I've been speedrunning it, man. Are you going to G-Fest 2021? I am not going to go to G-Fest 2021. I will be at Anime Matsuri that weekend, so I will not be able to make it, and I'm quite upset about it. Even worse than the first year consisted of like 10 videos. The first year did not consist of 10 videos. You guys have no idea what that first year of my channel was, because 90% of the videos that I made within the first year, that I made between the, hey guys, what's up, that video, and then the 15 things that need to happen video, there was a full year's worth of uploads that are gone. I wish I didn't delete them, but I deleted them. But they are gone. It was a lot of really bad stop motion. It was a lot of toy videos, and it was a lot of just me filming movie clips on the TV. But yeah. That year is difficult because although YouTube wasn't great that year, my life was pretty sweet that year. That was a really awesome year for my life. I can't quite say the 2019 to 2020 year for D-Man and for my life has been great. It's been pretty bad. I've hated my first year of college. I've been so miserable in college. So I cannot say it's been awesome, but I'm trying to pump through. I'm trying to power through it, get it done with, because, you know, once it's done with, it's over with, right? It's only 4 years. It may seem like a lot, but honestly, high school went by in a breeze. You know, I've already finished 1 year of college as well now. I'm a year and a half in, credits wise. So by the end of this semester, I'll be 2 years done with college. I'd say it's going okay in terms of pacing. It's just the years themselves have not been great. Farewell, my friends. Stay safe. You're leaving, Spencer? What's the origin of the name D-Man 1954? The origin is just that my name is Derek, and so I went, yeah, D-Man. It wasn't supposed to be like Derek Man. You know, that was not the intention. It was just like the first letter of my name, D-Man. And that was really the origin of it. And in 1954, just because of Godzilla, so. Thank you for giving me a shout out. No problem. Happy birthday, missing your streams. Great pitch you did for Godzilla vs. Kong. I hope it measures up. Thank you very much, Terry. I hope it does too. I think it will, but you never know. I'm trying to avoid that video that I made because I'm worried that if I go back to it, you know, if I go back to the Godzilla vs. Kong pitch video, especially when Godzilla vs. Kong is coming out, I'm going to be let down by the actual movie if I get the idea in my head that it should be just like my pitch video, and then it isn't. Controversial opinion. I don't think they should control your time to eat. Oh, at school. I have a scheduled lunchtime, but why can't I eat during class? I always ate during class. I can just mute myself and turn the camera off. They do that on online school. They tell you guys when you can eat. My online school, they're like, you shouldn't eat during the Zoom call. You know, everybody eats anyways. Like, whatever. Come stop me then. Have any other Godzilla YouTubers wished you a happy birthday? No YouTubers have wished me a happy birthday, but I got a text from King Ghidorah's right head, Alan Maxon, this morning saying happy birthday. So that was awesome. I'm going to leave for a bit, D-Man. See ya, Esther? See ya, man. I just want one scene in Godzilla vs. Kong throwing or lifting Godzilla, even if he loses. He needs to assert his power. Yeah, grabbing the tail and swinging him. Oh God, y'all are still using Zoom? Schools here have moved to Google Meets. Yeah, we're still using Zoom, and it's just as bad as ever. Yeah, what are they going to do? Reach through the screen? Ugh, I hate online school. It's pretty boring. I saw some people asking about the Batman a little bit ago, asking what my thoughts on the trailer were. I thought that trailer kicked a lot of ass. I thought it was really good. It was awesome. It was such a great trailer. I'm not the biggest DC fan in general. I think Batman's pretty cool, but I'm not the biggest DC fan. But I will say that trailer threw down hard. I loved it. I thought that was an amazing trailer. My online classes let out early when we finished. Oh, when we finished the working class. How I envy you, man. My classes, when we finish everything, the teachers will go, I guess we can just get a head start on the next class. And they just blabble on for another hour. It's so painful. They're so tone deaf to how awful it is to be on these Zoom calls. Thoughts on the Snyder Cut trailer for Justice League. The movie looks better than the original. The original Justice League, the theatrical cut, I stand by, is the worst movie I've seen in theaters. I hate it, and I will take anything that's not that. Did you see Zoids Wild on Netflix? Yeah, I did not. I don't even know what that is. At least with online school, you can draw you can draw in your notes without them looking. Yeah, I've done that for the past always in school. When I was a junior in high school, for whatever reason, maybe it was because City on the Edge of Battle was about to come out or something. I can't quite remember when that movie came out, but I would draw Mechagodzilla, 70s Mechagodzilla, on all of my physics assignments. And at first the teacher was like, okay, can you start turning in assignments without Mechagodzilla on it? But by the end of the semester, because I didn't stop, he would start to like leave notes being like, this one looks really good. He would leave notes like, this one's much better than the others. It was pretty classic. That was a good teacher. We need a standalone Minya trilogy. I don't agree with that in the slightest. That's not what I'm looking for. We need a Godzilla vs. Zeus and the Greek gods. We got it. It's called Godzilla Rage Across Time. It's a comic book. It's all right. I will be reviewing the Godzilla comics as well, by the way. I don't know when, but I plan on reviewing them eventually. I took notes on Godzilla Rage Across Time, so I can script that video out and then record it when I get the time. So maybe some more stuff like that. I always draw Godzilla in high school. Some of my teachers would even stop class to look at them. That's how it works, man. Who's your oldest... Oh, who's your favorite subscriber and oldest friend? Jeremiah King? Are you really my oldest subscriber? I cannot confirm nor deny. I don't know who my first sub was, other than me, because I subbed on my other account. Any particular plans for today, or is it just whatever your family does for you? It's just my family. They're gonna get home from work, and then we'll have dinner and whatnot. I think some of my cousins are coming over, so we're gonna hang out. And that will be the day, you know? That's what's up. And then I go to sleep and then wake up and I'm treated to 20 more hours of school. Also, on my Monday schedule for school, I go at 9:30 in the morning and I'm scheduled to get out at 9 o'clock at night. That's terrible. It is such a long day. I haven't had to go until 9 p.m. yet, but the fact that that's what I'm scheduled to go to, it just shows you how terrible that is. Why is everyone putting E in the chat? What does that even mean? Me no comprendo. I don't get it. The majority of online school sucks. Yeah. The minority of online school sucks? Is that what you're saying? I don't understand. I think the majority of it sucks. Have you watched videos from Big? I lost that comment. From the Toy Bounty Hunters. No, I have not. 12 hours school day should be illegal. Absolutely. Yo, if you guys don't stop putting E in the chat, I'm going to just block you or ban you or time you out or whatever. So I just wouldn't do it if it were you. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Maxzilla. Give me some questions here. I'm older than you, but you rock more facial hair than me. I barely have a mustache and a single hair for a beard. Well, I feel bad for you because my beard is pretty bad. So if my beard's pretty bad and mine's better than yours... Also, I'm getting like a rash, pimply sore here on my nose because I've been wearing glasses all day working on school. I don't know why in my head I have a different mindset when it comes to working on school than it does like this. I should be wearing glasses right now too, but in my head I'm like, no, when I'm doing YouTube, I don't need glasses. Glasses for YouTube, but when it comes to school, I have to wear the glasses all day and then I get the rash on my nose and it's no good. Season 2 of Colorado when? I need part 2 for the podcast. Dude, it is going to be a while. It's going to be a while. I will give you guys a hint for Season 2. Odds are, well, first of all, you know, if you've seen the... Spoiler alert for Season 1 of It's Never Cloudy in Colorado. If you've seen the season finale, Cam's gone. So that's going to be changing up the dynamic moving forward. big time. It has big changes for the dynamic moving forward, and and yeah, the gang will most likely be getting evicted in season 2. So there's some hints for what's to come. Imagine having eye issues, laughs in 2020 vision at the expense of hearing problems. Oof, no good. Yeah, so there you go, Kevin. Also, the fact that Kevin's going to be doing a podcast episode on Never Cloudy is the most hype thing in the world. I'll tell you, Kevin, the rat came back for revenge. It may have. It may just do that. I'll tell you what, Kevin. The whole cast, the 3 of us, would love to be guests on the podcast episode. I would love to see D-Man try to survive in today's landscape. Like, you can't even curse, bro. I'm doing a pretty good job surviving now. Rest in peace to the fallen king. I did not like getting that news that his channel got deleted. That made me very unhappy. What's your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Happy birthday. The Tiger State Chronicles. Thank you very much. Probably. That's a hard question. Terminator 2? Probably. That's a real good one. I was going to say Predator, but then I remembered Terminator 2. Happy birthday. Were you able to snag the Gamera set? Yeah, Paul. I got it. It's right there. You can't really see it on the camera, but it's right there. Psh. I don't know when I'm going to be able to break into it, check it all out, but yes, I do have it, and I am hyped to watch the movies. I have not seen every Gamera movie. I've seen almost every Gamera movie. I think I'm missing 1 or 2, but I'm excited to watch them all. Gamerathon will come probably in 2022. Yes, it has made its way to the pile of unopened boxes that shall be getting unboxed whenever I get time. I think what I'm going to try and use Fridays for is mass recording videos, and then Saturdays I'll try and edit videos. Man, this schedule is just going to be no fun, but that's what I think I might do. Your set was canceled. My set was almost canceled. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have the blue NECA Mothra? I should have it. Should be in the pile of unopened boxes. You're lucky to have that set since it will no longer sell them online. Well, I didn't hear that they will no longer sell them. Live Anime Matsuri super unboxing? Probably not. I don't like unboxing things live. I don't like doing that, but I don't want to do that. But yeah, I will unbox them all. What are your thoughts on the movie King Kong Lives? Well, I actually reviewed that movie for Kongathon not too long ago, a little less than a year ago. I think it's okay. It's problematic. I see that I'm buffering. I apologize. I can't help it. It's my bad. I got low output. I could try and boost it. We'll see. We'll see. I may have to switch Wi-Fi's here, which would cause the stream to... because it's not looking like I'm having speed on my side here. Yeah, I'm getting okay download speeds. Get good connection. Trying it out. OBS is reconnected. My download speeds are looking very good. Now I just need my upload speeds to be decent. The only problem is when I have fast upload speeds, they're typically unreliable. They drop more frequently than the slower upload speeds. So the stream might cut abruptly just because that's the way it works. I'm getting really good upload speeds now, so I'll be able to see the chat in any minute. There we go. Now I can see everybody. I missed a donation. Don't worry. I saw it come through. I just need to go read it. Alden Tolbert, thank you very much for the donation. He says, happy birthday. You live island. What does that mean? You live island? You look like a Kong and you can... And you... You look like a Kong, and you and Ava won too. Thank you very much, Alden. I have no idea what that means. Gotta ask, saddest moment in Neon Genesis Evangelion or End of Evangelion according to you? Saddest moment. I don't want to spoil End of Evangelion, but I don't know if she's the first major character to go. I'm trying to think. There is a major character death. Someone who is interacting with our friend Shinji near an elevator. That's probably the saddest moment in Eva history, according to me. You know what I'm talking about. I know you will know, Kevin. I know you'll know what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to keep it spoiler friendly for everyone else because it's a big spoiler. I wonder if Gamera would work in the MonsterVerse. Probably not. I could see them doing it. You know what? I changed my mind. If we're getting Mechagodzilla, yeah, Gamera could work. You could do Gamera, sure. Any NECAs you purchased? Yeah, I am partnered with NECA, so I get all the Godzilla NECA figures for free. They send them to me for review purposes or for unboxing purposes. I am not partnered with them for Kong just yet, but I should be getting partnered with them for Kong soon. How many posters do you have in your room? I have so many posters in my room. The thing is, most of them aren't hung up. Most of them live in the closet. Like, back there is just a bunch of posters that I have taken down over time or whatever, you know. I love how people say the MonsterVerse failed despite the fact that 2 out of 3 films were hits and generally agreed upon to be great. Yeah, not to mention the one that failed wasn't that bad. It was just a disappointment. It didn't bomb. It did fairly well, all things considered. Came out against some real harsh competition and had some tricky marketing waters to navigate. They Live is a classic movie, Tide Pod. Don't know what the comment refers to, but good movie. Are you going to review the rebuilds of Evangelion? I will. I bought those on Blu-ray, have not watched them yet, but I will review them. No, or in chat reviews, I've not seen his videos. Would you like to see Cthulhu in the MonsterVerse or World of Godzilla? No, I'm good. I don't need that. It was a moderate success. Yeah, it was a disappointment, but it didn't fail. A partnership with NECA for free figures, you say? How does one get this partnership? It's become a YouTuber. That's how I did it. I don't know. You said posters. Oh, you said posters live in there. I see. Very good. How long have those first wave classic Playmates been sitting there? Since January, I think. Since January. Okay, so the reason I never opened those classic Playmates line, by the way, is because I was waiting to get the final classic Playmates figure, which was the Skull Island Kong 6-inch figure, and I finally did get that, and by the time I got it, I was preoccupied with other stuff, and now school hit, and so who knows? Unboxings are quick to film. I might just film a million unboxings, and I might do them all as separate videos. I might do them all as one video. I think I have a system worked out in my head where I'm going to break them up into smaller sections, so there will be multiple videos, but I won't be doing one per video. I think that's kind of how I'm going to break it up. And so, yeah, I'll be filming those, I guess, because those are quick and easy. Don't need to do research beforehand, and the editing process for unboxings is pretty swift. So I could get all that done and then eventually have some consistent uploads if I do like one a week or something. Do you think at the end of The Fly, Stathis had somewhat redeemed himself? You know, Stathis, I love that question, King Cold. Thank you for asking a question on something that I'm ultra passionate about at the moment. That is the weakest element of The Fly. By a long shot is Stathis himself, because he's such an unlikable character for the first half of that movie. He's definitively the bad guy of that character. He is sort of manipulative and kind of abusive, not abusive, but like borderline mentally abusive or emotionally abusive with Ronnie. You know, you get the impression that the only reason she was with him in the first place is because he was in a position of power, and that's kind of how they wound up together as a couple. And then by the end of the movie, okay, and then he stalks her, right? He stalks her. He waits outside the Goldblum, Seth Brundle's laboratory, waits outside until Ronnie leaves just to prove that she was there. He follows her to a clothing store and then like screams at her and gets on his knees and makes a big fit in public, completely embarrassing her. And then at the end, he's like, or at the end of that story arc, he's like, yeah, whatever, can we still be friends and bang and whatnot? And she's like, you're disgusting. And then in the second half of the movie, only really in the last 30 minutes of the movie, is when Ronnie's like, yo, listen, this dude's turning into a monster fly human hybrid. I really need anyone to turn to at the moment. And that's kind of when he finally drops the act. He's finally like, okay, whatever, you need help, and I will be there to help you. So in a way, yes, he does redeem himself, but his character switch happens so fast and abrupt that it feels really jarring when you watch the movie, and it's super uncomfortable because he's such an unlikable character for the first half of that movie. I like the question, though. If you want a successful kaiju film, go watch Cloverfield and be disgusted at the bite scene. Ugh, Cloverfield's a bad movie. Reasons to watch The Fly. Jeff Goldblum. Exactly. Enough said. Right there. You can't just put Avas in the Monsterverse. It's like making a lizard fight a human with a chainsaw. They're way too powerful. I don't know if they're way too powerful. The thing with the Avas is, yeah, if you're like ripping them straight from the anime, they'd be overpowered in the Monsterverse. You know, they're tearing through angels and flying through the air, breaking the laws of physics. But if you're gonna adapt them to a more realistic setting, you wouldn't need to make them that powerful. And also, sorry, I got distracted by the chat. Also, you don't have to have like a 1-to-1, them being X amount of powerful or whatever, or you could buff up your monsters that they're fighting. Take a look at what they did with the Avas taking on Godzilla, right? Shin Godzilla in the actual crossover, the officially licensed crossover. They weren't able to fight him. You know, he was able to take them. So, and also you have to think the Avas were very, very, very specifically designed to do one thing. They were very specifically designed to fight angels. If they're not going up against something with an AT field, most of their weaponry isn't going to work the same way that it does in the anime. And we don't know enough about the angels' biology to know how they would compare to something like Shin Godzilla and Shin Ghidorah, who were able to take them on in the officially licensed crossover. So I don't know. It's impossible to tell how a crossover like that would go. But it's like the Ultraman debate, right? Ultraman just wipes through Kaiju constantly. But if you're going to port Ultraman into a crossover with someone like Godzilla, he's obviously not going to be able to do that. It's either because Godzilla's stronger or Ultraman's weaker. Doesn't really matter. All that matters is that for a good story, for good storytelling, you would have to change the dynamic. I don't know if that makes sense. Did you read about the unmade Daiei film Invisible Man vs. Human Fly? I've never heard of that. You think Shin Godzilla 2 will be made? I don't. I don't think so. I think if Shin Ultraman is successful and there's enough demand, we could get something. We could get Shin Godzilla returning somehow. I'm not fingers crossed, or I don't know. I'm not holding out hope anymore, I should say. I don't expect it to happen. I'm sorry, I got a drink. I'm not used to talking like this anymore. The Tiger State Chronicles asks, can you do reviews of the Terminator, Alien, and Predator movies? Well, I have reviewed all the Predator movies. The reviews are on the channel. I've reviewed those, and I've reviewed them on a podcast I was in. We have not reviewed in the podcast the Terminator or Alien movies, but we will probably at some point review those movies in our podcast. So, yeah, the extremely low budget podcast for those of you interested. Having a super overpowered character in a crossover never works well. It essentially breaks everything. Yeah, it's like the reason why you could never get the big argument that was occurring, that I was perpetuating. You could never really get a Ben 10 verse Ultraman crossover, because despite how powerful you want to make the Ultras, at the end of the day, Ben has an alien that can erase everything in the universe from existence. It can rebuild and destroy universes instantaneously. So no matter what, in a versus scenario, he would win. And that's why you can't really do crossovers like that, if you know. I never saw The Fly, but because of your video, I'm going to watch it soon. Absolutely tell me how it goes, Carter. I hope you enjoy it. I really hope you enjoy it. I love that movie. Yeah, Ben's essentially got the Infinity Gauntlet, but his is a bit more powerful. It's sucky that I can't get the Gamera collection. I can't watch Gamera now. Do you know any way I can watch Gamera without getting the complete collection? I mean, the individual movies are all online. The only movie that never got an official Blu-ray release here in the States was Gamera the Brave. All the other films have official releases from Mill Creek, so you could go check out the Mill Creek Blu-rays, which are still, as far as I know, on shelves. So, yeah. Imagine if Ben 10 Generator X crossover happened during Omniverse. I know. Ben would be too overpowered by Omniverse. By the time he gets the official Omnitrix, he's just wiping the floor with everybody. So, I want to arc it. I think you mean watch it, because Jeff Goldblum, that's as good of a reason as you need. He delivers his best performance ever there. Plans for more reviews after Evangelion. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, probably just Toho movies that aren't Godzilla. Now, I have Amazon Prime, so I have access to a few of those now that I didn't have access to before, so I'll probably check those out. I will check those out. I'll probably review them is what I mean to say. I will be watching them. Can you watch some Gamera films on YouTube? You mean like a watch-along? I suppose I could. Don't hold your breath for it. I'm probably not going to. Not for any time soon anyways. How do I have a Gamera... What? No, how do I have a Gamera Brave coffee that looks official? It's possible that Gamera the Brave had a Blu-ray release that I didn't know about. I just didn't know about it in that case. Happy birthday to the coolest Godzilla YouTuber. Thank you very much, CXRXYH. Paul Gale, thank you very much for the donation. I really appreciate it. He says, happy birthday, D-Man. Enjoy and stay cool. Thanks, man. Have you seen the Gamera 2 Advent of Legion Lake Texarkana dub? I have. It was actually the first version of the movie that I watched on accident. Titan reproduction is a thing. Jeff Goldblum life finds a way. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we knew Titan reproduction was a thing. We saw Godzilla 2014. I want to see The Fly, also because Jeff Goldblum and my dad, or because Jeff and my dad saw it a bajillion times in high school. I guess I don't know who Jeff in that instance is. I'm assuming it's not Goldblum, but that's pretty cool. My dad also, when he was in high school or college, maybe, I don't know how old he was back then. I think high school. When he was in high school, he watched the movie a bunch in theaters. He says, "Yeah, Kaiju reproduction. It's how it goes." They released it on DVD, didn't they? It might be out. Yeah, I know for a fact they released it on DVD. I'm saying I don't know if they have a Blu-ray release. I didn't ever hear of a Blu-ray release. But I do know for a fact that they released it on DVD because I, at one point, didn't buy the DVD, but I rented it. But that's the only official US release outside of the Arrow one. Yeah, which sucks. And even that's technically UK. I have no idea if that's accurate, but yeah, I think probably. I got it at one point and was able to watch it. If you ask some of Instagram memers, Kong and Godzilla will show said reproduction. Yeah. Happy birthday, D-Man. One question. Did you happen to see the trailer for something called Destroy All Monsters earlier today on Instagram? I made that. I did see that trailer. Good job. It's because Jeff Goldblum was in it. My Dad Likes the Movie? It's because Jeff Goldblum was in it. My Dad Likes the Movie? Okay. If they did do a Shin Godzilla 2, so you think the mini Shin things would evolve back into Godzilla? I don't think so. I think they'd stay as humanoid monsters. I think Godzilla would just continue to evolve into Godzilla, you know? The 1958 The Fly scared me as a kid. It never scared me as a kid, but it certainly fascinated me as a kid. I became obsessed with flies as a kid. I'd try and catch them, and I'd leave sugar out trying to attract them, and I wrote a whole report for school about flies because I was just so fascinated by flies after I watched that movie as a youngling. Southeastern Kaiju, thank you very much for the donation. I don't know why I said that. It's so weird. Thank you very much for the donation. I really appreciate it. He says, happy birthday, D-Man. Thank you. I'm not used to speaking like this anymore. My throat's getting all like, you know what I'm saying? You play COD Black Ops, right? I do play. In fact, not Black Ops, but I'm thinking of maybe streaming World at War Zombies again sometime soon because it's one of the, maybe we'll see. I don't know. Fly larva scared me. I don't want any maggots in my skin. That never worried me as a kid. They are pretty nasty though, I will say. If you've seen Suspiria, pretty gross stuff. Maggots can be pretty nasty. It'd be cool seeing King Ghidorah, Gigan, and Mecha G fight a fleet of Star Destroyers, don't you think? Sorry. That comment took me a second to process. I guess that would be cool in like a fan animation or something. That could be cool. I don't know what GVK means. Does it mean Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah? That's exactly what it means. It means Godzilla vs. Kong. Have you ever tried to keep a fly as a pet? I have not tried to keep a fly as a pet. Notice me, it's my birthday too. Happy birthday, Jack P. I hope you're having a great day. You have a cool birthday. Skyrocket says, happy B-Day, D-Man. Thank you very much. You want Shin Gamera movie? I'll take a Shin Gamera movie. Hell yeah. Thank you very much for the donation, Alden Tolbert. He says, be afraid. Very afraid. The last comment, say, fight an Ava. My bad. The last comment says, fight an Ava. All right, I'll go back to your last comment. Kong, and you fight an Ava one too? Okay. I still don't understand your last comment, but it's okay. I really appreciate the donation. Wait, there's going to be another The Fly reboot? Yeah, there might be. I just made a video on it. It's in fact the last video I've uploaded is talk about The Fly reboot, which is in development. We don't know much about it though. Did you get the NECA King Kong yet? And happy birthday. I have not gotten the NECA King Kong, but thank you very much. Shin Gamera could be cool. Look, I am down for Shin any movie, right? I think that is an awesome way to explore new versions of the character. I don't think you would need the Shin version to be like the grotesque, look at Shin Godzilla constantly evolving. You could keep the character generally intact, right? The characterization, it's just a new spin on the character. I think you could do a lot of really cool stuff. Shin Ultraman isn't the nasty, grotesque version of Ultraman. I've seen a lot of fans shinify a character, and really what they do is they like cut up the skin and put those little triangles of glowingness in the skin, and that's not necessarily what the Shin title was implying. It just means the new version, and so yeah, I think we could get some cool new versions of the characters under the Shin banner. I'm not talking normal house flies, I'm talking bolt flies, or boat flies? Bot flies? Bot flies? I don't know what that is. The larvae essentially live in a hole in your skin. That's nasty. And they grow to like an inch. They have little barbs to keep them from being pulled out. That is gross. Just burn them like ticks. Walt Disney's The Fly, starring The Rock. Yeah, no, thank you. I don't know. They are going to be the ones to make The Fly, but thank God it's not under the Disney banner, because that would be awful. Shin means new, doesn't it? Shin has a million different translations. The way they are referring to it in the movie title does mean new, yes. But in terms of Shin Godzilla, it also had the additional context of like God and true and every other word you could possibly think of. Hey D-Man, since you have community clout, can you please kill the Kevin meme? Kevin, I will never kill that meme. I want it to live till the end of days. I just resurrected it with the Mecha Kevin meme. Why would I try and kill it now? Who's your favorite film composer besides Akira Ifukube? That's a really good question. Probably Masaru Sato. I don't think I said his name right, but probably him. I think his music is fantastic, but there's a lot of really good composers. Alan Silvestri is an amazing composer. And of course, because I'm super obsessed with The Fly, and it has a fantastic score. The 1986 movie is such a beautiful score. That is Howard Shore, who did the Lord of the Rings movies. He did all of the David Cronenberg films, and he was also at one point going to compose King Kong 2005 before, forget who did Kong 2005. Someone Henry, right? Something like that. Bernard, what was his name? Why can't I remember his name? I don't know, but there are a lot of really good film composers out there. I'm looking it up right now. Shiro Shiguse, I also don't think I said his name right, but he is also a fantastic composer. James Newton Howard did Kong 2005. It's the only score of his I've heard, but it's really good. Your birthday is the 22nd of August? Well, then I guess it's past. Happy birthday. I'm Lewis on another account. That's a great name. Lol, I'm Lewis on another account. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, I just accidentally shouted myself out. You're good. Happy birthday, dude. May a nuclear heat ray brighten your day. Thank you very much, Six Dragons of the Apocalypse. It'd be nice if it did. It would end the eternal suffering that is college. If Godzilla vs. Kong is going to go full crazy, bring back the kaiju speaking from Godzilla vs. Gigan. Don't. Please, don't. Who composed the music for Godzilla vs. Biollante? I could double check that for you. I don't know who did that music. It's not my favorite soundtrack. I do, for some odd reason, I return to the Godzilla vs. Biollante soundtrack frequently. Like, frequently. Multiple times a month, and yet there's something about it that just, you can't really vibe to it. And it's not as catchy as the other films. How can I not find it? I have two different versions of the same soundtrack. How can I not find either of them? What? Oh, here it is. Koichi Sugiyama. Koichi Sugiyama did the soundtrack. Biollante and the Monsterverse. I want to see it very badly. Me too. Me too. There's something funny going on. You better check. I gotta get going here pretty soon. I'm just waiting. Any minute now I'm gonna get a text or hear someone come home, and I'm gonna have to get Bolton. Can't wait for 2 Godzillas in the Monsterverse. What could it mean? 2 Godzillas in GVK. What could it mean? Yeah. I've seen a lot of theories, man. I've seen a lot of theories talking about that there's gonna be Minya and everything else. I've seen theories, so you never know. Happy birthday, D-Man. I just started my first year as a film major. My school is actually in person, to my surprise. Well, best of luck, Sam. I hope film school goes better for you than it did for me. I hated it. I hate it. I guess I'm still in it. I hate it. Can't view my first video, but it's processing. Well, congrats on uploading. Are you excited for Mortal Kombat 2021? I don't play Mortal Kombat, so no. The second Mechagodzilla shows up, I'm booing loudly. Go do that at the G-Fest screening and see how mad people get. I feel like Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be a good one. I'm hoping it will be. I still have hope for that movie. I'm hoping it will be good. I wish for a legendary Godzilla vs. Shin Godzilla movie. It'd make more sense in the... You know what? Whatever. Yeah, you could write it in there. You could write in there that some microbe attaches itself to Godzilla, right? And kind of like an Orga situation, starts to mutate and develop into Godzilla, some sort of parasitic organism that becomes its own version, its own clone of Godzilla, and that clone happens to be Shin Godzilla. That would be a badass way to do that crossover. Dude, if Mechanicon comes back, that'll be something truly special. Actually, I do have to ask you guys, so I did say I'm going to be doing video essays on each of the Kong movies leading up to Godzilla vs. Kong. I don't have a video essay planned for King Kong Escapes. Is there a specific aspect of that movie you guys would like to see highlighted in a video essay? Because if there is, send in your suggestions, and I could potentially make it into a video, depending on how good it is and depending on how available the research for that topic is. I could probably do it. Yeah, I'm doing one per Kong movie, so I don't have anything for King Kong Escapes yet. Mechanicon sucks for what it was meant to do. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. Why Mechanicon falls short, I don't really see a point highlighting Gorosaurus. There's not much to talk about there. But I suppose I could do a video talking about why Mechanicon as a villain just falls short and misses the mark. If you had the chance, would you step through a teleportation machine with a fly and slowly become a giant fly monster? I would not want to become a giant fly monster, but despite how terrible and horrible and awful his life winds up by the end of that movie, given the chance to become Goldblum's fly monster, I may have to take it. It would still be preferable to school. Do you like any of John Barry's soundtracks beyond King Kong? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but his soundtrack for Kong is fantastic. I probably do. Did he do James Bond music or something? I can't remember. Mechanicon doesn't just fall short as a villain. He also just sucks at his intended purpose. Can't mine radioactive raw. I know. Oh, they build Mechanicon for the worst reason. What is the purpose of him? He does nothing in that movie. He can't mine. He hardly controls Kong's brain. There's no point to build him. Just build the little flickering light and then kidnap Kong and flicker the light in his eyes. Get him to follow your lead there. Whatever. I got a couple of my favorite YouTubers. Someone I've never heard of, Goji Fan, Rob from ETN, Brandon Tenold, and a much better version of Nostalgia Critic, another guy I've never heard of, and Mike, OCP, and D-Man. I don't know what that means you got them, but I appreciate that I made the list of your favorite YouTubers. John Barry made early 007 music. Well, there you go. He did a good job with those. What's the most brutal kaiju fight you've ever seen? There's some brutal fights in Evangelion. There are some really brutal fights in that in that show, I mean. In the movie, I guess, too, in the end of Evangelion, there are some brutal fights. I don't know if you'd call them kaiju fights. As far as kaiju fights go, maybe Kong versus the Skullcrawler at the end of Kong Skull Island. That might be off the top of my head. Will there be a video... Said that wrong. Will there be a video on any of the Kong animated series? Yeah, there will be a video on one of the Kong animated movies. As far as the animated series go, can't promise anything. Don't own them. Rebuild gets worse, dude. Haven't seen it, but oh man, they don't go easy. Are you talking about the fights or the movies themselves? Because if you're telling me the movies get worse, that's upsetting. I have high hopes for those movies. But if the fights get brutal, I'm down for that. Do you need any green in Godzilla's color scheme? No, I'm good with charcoal gray. I'm good with black. Heavy gore and fighting. Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 74 fights are brutal. You are right. SMH, this King of the Apes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot about that show. How could I forget about the amazing Netflix show from 2016? Honestly, you can't even say I have to finish reviewing that series because that video got copyright claimed, so it's blocked worldwide. You can't even watch my original review of that show. But yes, at some point in the future, I might suffer through that whole series. I have tried multiple times to go back to that show to review it, and I can't get through it any of the times. It's no good. I heard someone get home, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to call it quits here. I'll go for another 10 minutes, I suppose. So send in your questions. Now that we're coming to an end, I don't know if I'll make it another 10 minutes. I might have to get going here. Would you like to see a new anime Godzilla movie? Absolutely. I would love to. Oh, what would you like to see in a new Godzilla anime movie? I'd like to see something that pushes the anime genre boundaries, or pushes the boundaries in terms of things that we couldn't really get in live action. You know, that was, a lot of people were disappointed with the Godzilla anime we got because they didn't feel it utilized the style enough. It didn't utilize, people are definitely home. It didn't utilize the fact that it was an anime to its advantage. Now, people like me, and especially Blue Nova, who likes those movies way more than he probably should, but good for him. I'm really glad he does. People like Blue Nova, I'll say him. If you haven't heard of him, go check him out. They make really good arguments for why those movies utilize the anime. I can't think of the word. Why can't I think of the word? They utilize anime to their advantage in a way that people don't realize. But I would like to see a movie that goes a little crazier with it. Something like Godzilla Total Destruction, the fan anime that was going to be made and now I guess isn't. But I'd like to see something a little more like that, where it just kind of is crazy. Final Wars-esque anime. That'd be really cool. Can you do a video about how thick Kong is? He is hella thick, dude. He is dummy thick in the new movie. Ava Rebuild 1 is good, 2 is fantastic, 3 not so much. I heard, and now please don't tell me, what? Hold on. I'll get there in a second. I heard that, sorry, that comment totally just threw me off. I heard that in Rebuild 2, they do the end of Evangelion. I cannot imagine what comes after the end of Evangelion. What comes after the end of Evangelion in that case? I don't know. But that comment really threw me off. Who said that? Where was that? You literally made my heart kind of jump when I read that. Anyone came from dead meat. Brazilla 11. What does that mean? I love dead meat. I watch his channel all the time. I don't know what that comment means, but if Dead Meat shouted me out, dude, that'd be the best birthday present ever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to know. I'll watch the movies. I have them. I own them. I'll watch them. I promise. I will watch them. But yeah. Out of all the Godzilla vs. Kong toys, I'm surprised there aren't any Godzilla masks this time. A large foam axe to go with Kong. That would have been epic. We might still get that. We don't know if Ruby's is going to get the costume license again. It's possible that Ruby's the one who got the costume licenses the first time. They might get the licenses again. They, of course, did own Godzilla and Kong at one point, so it's possible that we could get that stuff from them. Yeah. Don't rule it out. It's too early. Don't rule it out. I watched Dead Meat. Hell yeah, dude. MD Cars 0713. He is one of the best YouTubers ever. I absolutely love that channel so much. And D-Man died in this short. Subscribe to him at D-Man 1954. I don't know what that means. When did I die? What? Yes, Goji fan. Dead meat, indeed. I'm a big Dead Meat fan. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably know that. I don't mean like for costumes. I mean like those Jurassic World dino masks with electronic and an axe for the Hulk hands, for the foam Hulk hands. Yeah, I mean Ruby's did that though with Godzilla King of the Monsters is the thing. They D-Man, you're dead? Damn, D-Man, you're dead? That kind of sucks. It happens. We all die. It happens. Hell, foam Hulk Kong hands would have been cool too. Again, don't rule it out. It's entirely possible. We get that. The thing is, Ruby is, I think, distributed the masks. You know, the light up masks, whatever, for King of the Monsters. They distribute those in stores. Oh, Jax made the masks? I guess I'm wrong. I stand corrected. I don't know. I guess maybe not. Maybe we won't get them. Will Ben 10 trend again on Twitter? I certainly hope so. Dead Meat is love. Dead Meat is life. Fantastic channel, man. Can't recommend it enough. I'm a big fan of the podcast. I watch the podcast more than I watch the kill count. Because the kill count covers a lot of stuff I haven't seen. The podcast, that's where it's at. I feel like I learn every time. Every time I watch that podcast, I feel like I'm learning something. Rip D-Man, Dead Meat counted him in one of his kill counts. JK, that would be cool. Oh, I'd have to die in a movie first. I'd have to die in Godzilla vs. Kong, sign the petition, and make it happen. People are definitely here. I got to get going, guys. Send in final things right now. I'm going to sign off here in like 60 seconds. Nice. Hit 69 viewers. Hit a dab. There you go. We nailed it. It's now a stream complete. Birthday stream complete. We did it. 69 people watching. Hit the fatty dab. Not big on Ultraman Z. Tried it out. Not totally big on it yet. You're indeed a man of culture. Thank you very much. Sorry, guys. People are here. See you later. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Godzilla 154. Thank you, everybody. Wishing me a happy birthday. I truly appreciate it. Doesn't really feel like my birthday. Kind of just feels like a random day. So I appreciate the kind words and the wishes. But I'm going to have to end it here. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the kind 14th birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. D-Man out. See you guys next year for the next birthday. And then see you next video for the next video. Peace.